Even though I was living in New York at the time, I saw that my home state of Montana was becoming a battleground for campaign finance issues. It reacted strongly in a unique way against the Citizens United decision from the Supreme Court. It became apparent at the time, this is back in 2012, that there was going to be a lot of drama, that there was going to be a flashpoint of discussion about this really important issue of money in politics, where the money comes from. And it was apparent that Montana, because of its long history resisting corporate and industrial control of the state, that they were gonna push back in a way that other states weren't going to. So I started following that story. That led us to where we are today. Hi, I'm Kimberly Reed. I'm the director of Dark Money, which is premiering in the U.S. documentary competition at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival. One of the most important characters in Dark Money is an investigative journalist named John Adams. He's a local guy on the ground covering Montana politics and is a really dogged investigative journalist who really digs in to these issues. The process of following the story over the course of years in a documentary film is something that, as a filmmaker, I think it's really important to remember, because that process of investigation and discovery and adventure that you go on when you're making a film is oftentimes the process of exploration and discovery and adventure that you go on when you're watching a film. That's what happened, and we just followed these different groups that were spending in Montana elections. We followed the citizens, 75–80% of whom were pushing back against the domination of corporate money in politics. There's one thing that you have to keep in mind when following these groups that spend money is a lot of them are designed to disappear, and a lot of them pop up for one election cycle, wreak havoc, have big influence in that one election, and then disappear. What you saw in Montana was a clash that you rarely see with campaign finance issues. It's rare that the people who are spending the money kind of stand up and declare themselves. It's rare that the people who are resisting it stand up, organize, and present themselves. And what we were able to document in Dark Money was an entire state really taking on that discussion in a way that doesn't usually happen in other states, but it can. And what I want people to see is to not, be convinced of one political issue or another political issue, but I want them to be really inspired to engage in the democratic process.